And I love railguns. What's up, guys? We're finally back to building and doing things in From the Depths. Taking a little break from the tournament. Last time I said that I'd probably promise, building some kind of naval ship or aircraft carrier. But you know what? Before we do that, we need to equip it with some guns. And I've been doing some railgun testing. And here's a really low-powered railgun. But it's awesome. I mean, like the added complexity. Basically, you take everything we've learned about guns so far, the advanced cannons, and then you add a layer of additional power. I mean, pretty much the only thing a railgun does, or rails do to a gun, is just increase its speed, its damage, and lowers its reload time because there's less gunpowder cartridges you need to actually get the bullet moving. So there's less cooldown time. And the only expense is just extra recoil, like lots and lots of added recoil. So right now I have a little example gun here that has only 3 railgun chargers on it, which is really just a meager amount, just to demonstrate that the gun reloads its shell. Let's listen to it. There it is. And then once the shell's reloaded, the gun has to wait till the charge is at 100% right there. And then once everything's at 100%, the gun fires. That's pretty much how it works. So you have these little things right here. Then you add the rails. And then you add the rail chargers. It's pretty much 3 components to that. And that's all you really need. Everything else is fine-tuning and balancing. And pretty much you just need to throw some batteries on the ship. And dependent on how many of these rails you add to the gun, that's the percentage it uses of the ship's battery power to go ahead and add that power to the bullets. So, alright. They're a whole sandwich of info right there. But yeah, see, and this is where you can go ahead and measure the rail draw effect. So right now, this is our bullet, 30 armor pen, 1700 damage. If we didn't have rail, it would have been 16 armor pen and only 900 some damage. So that rail added a lot, and you can get really crazy with this if you want to get like a million and get like 2 million recoil out of this if you want to one day. So we're gonna do some testing today with rails, and we're gonna see how far we can push it. Obviously, this is just an extremely simple design. Let's actually, while we're here, let's add another battery on here just for fun, just to see the full effect of this. So pretty much go to fuel engines, electric engines, and let's add a few more large storage batteries on here. And you'll see the percentage that this gun is going to take off the ship's energy store is going to increase by a lot. So now our rail charge is going way up. It's taking longer to recharge. So our bullets are already loaded. Let's add a few more chargers onto here as well. Might as well. Just to demonstrate everything right off the bat before we get advanced with things. So railgun chargers, we'll just plop like a few of these on here. You can put them anywhere you want. So you'll see the gun is charging a lot faster now. And also my ship is charging as well. It's charging the batteries on the ship. Gun is charging from the batteries on the ship. And we're almost ready to fire. We have... Yeah, that was a lot of recoil. But there we go. So you guys get the idea. So let's do some more testing with this. So who would have thought? Alright, so I was thinking about making some gigantic bullet for rail cannons, but take a look at the armor piercing here with the amount of rail draw that we have right now. Armor piercing is so much higher for a smaller caliber bullet than a larger one. I was thinking about, make it as big as we can. It adds kinetic damage, but it reduces speed, and yeah, so like smaller bullets, way faster, way more armor pen. I guess that's less drag, less air resistance, I guess. So this is interesting. So now I'm trying a 6-barrel design, of course. I gotta do the 6-barrel design. So the only thing that's kind of slowing this down is just that you have to recharge for every single barrel. So this is a high energy, really high energy consuming type of gun right here, because you have to recharge for every barrel. So we're probably gonna have to add like a ton of rechargers. And yeah, let's test that. Let's see what that's gonna do exactly. This rapid fire railgun is supposed to be super high armor pen. Oh, looks like it's about ready to blow up. Yeah, so it's going to be super high armor pen, super high speed, and but not much damage, but lots of power required. And what's the recoil look like on this? Oh, recoil's not so bad, but it's going to get bad once it starts shooting fast. And here's another dynamic I stumbled upon right now. So we got a ton of rechargers on our cannon, and yeah, so it recharges fast, a little faster now. With the 6-barrel design, but watch what happens here. There's further adjusting on our ship required. So we turn our cannons on and starts firing at our enemy. You can see recharging is a lot faster, but you can see in the bottom right, our ship is having trouble recharging fully. So this gun can actually recharge using the full fraction of our ship's power. So as our power generation of our ship is failing, fully recharged, our gun is charging up faster, but it's using less rail power to make our gun as damaging. So, the way to get around that I found is over here. Let's take a look at our engine. We actually can go to it and say, allocate so much power to charging the batteries on the ship. So if we increase this to like over here, for example, so instead of 10%, let's dedicate like 60-some%. Now you can see our ship is actually keeping track of charging the ship's batteries over here. We're actually charging these batteries over here with our gas engine, and now our railgun can finally charge up to full to shoot its full destructive shots. So there's a lot of dynamics here, a lot of allocating of where we want our power to go on the ship, what we want to dedicate it to. I think that's really fun, really cool. So there's gonna be further testing involved with this. I'm gonna try a bigger round because this thing is shooting like crazy. We're not even getting through the wood on this ship over here. so it's high armor pen, but not enough damage to really do anything. Let's try a larger caliber. Yeah, this is cool. I think we went a little overboard here. So we have pretty much the same railgun setup as before, but this time we have a 500mm length, I guess, gauge barrel. And then we have these rounds here that I've developed. Let's go ahead and take a look at the round real quick before we shoot this thing. I have not tested this yet, but we do have our target sitting out there. So I went ahead and added some extra railgun casings. We lost some power, we lost some armor pen, but that's only because, I mean, like, I just did this so our reload time of the barrel cooldown would be a lot less. Because if we had more gunpowder casings, that would be like double. It's crazy. So the railgun casings help this thing reload faster. Velocity is off the charts for this kind of gauge. So that's pretty cool. I only went with one sabot head just to do this little testing here. Not going for damage, just going for armor penning and short barrel, decent, really good accuracy. Cooldown only 5 seconds. I took it from 9 seconds to 5 seconds by swapping out another, one of these railgun cartridges. So okay, let's see what happens. Okay. Did I go through like all the windows? Oh my gosh, that was awesome. What'd that do? It went through. I mean, it's clear. It's clearly wood. So I guess we'll see like how this gets affected over time. I mean, we should be accurate enough to actually do some damage. I didn't even see the shot. Did it do anything? Oh, it's shooting underwater. That's what it is. That's what it's doing here. Alright, well, let's take a... Oh, okay, there it is. There's a hole. Oh, there's an explosion. So yeah, pretty much just went through. Alright, so against wood, sure. Alright, so I guess 5,000 damage is enough to get through wood. But if we're fighting metal targets... Oh man, that was awesome. Wow, alright. Well, more testing. We're gonna test this against heavier targets. But yeah, there it is. Stats seem pretty decent. This is only an experimental version of this. We're definitely gonna expand this, make it better, and then probably add more rechargers too. And we've made a hole in a metal ship. We have successfully penetrated this this hole here of this one of these white flare ships, whatever. Look, you can see as the round has gone straight through. And there we go. I mean, like, obviously these rounds are not good against shielding, but oh, there we go. Oh, now we're shooting down here for some reason. Okay, why are we shooting down here for? I don't know. I gotta adjust my AI or whatever. But yeah, see, so the rounds are going straight through. I think we have enough damage. Yeah, look at that hole right through here, taking out the cannons and stuff. so alright, so I think we have our damage to AP ratio pretty good, as I think 5,000 damage is decent. So now all we gotta do is speed up this firing mechanism and add on more to the gun. We're just about done finding what we want before we make our final design on this gun for our aircraft carrier of doom. So after much testing, I found out that multi-barrel designs for rail cannons require tons and tons of power, like so much power that it was pretty much draining even this engine right here. So I'm thinking, like, practically like on our naval ship, I don't want to have like too much like power requirement just to power a few of these guns, because we're gonna have multiples of these. So I figure I think for now, single barrel might actually be good, just as big as we can get it. This is the biggest I can get it right now with just using a 2-rack. We might have to go to a 3-rack for ammo, depending on how it performs right now. So let's see how we actually perform shooting this way, and the shot gets shot straight into the sky. But if we're struggling with doing any damage here, then I might amp up the size of our gauge. But I mean, like, it is going through. it's going through a couple of layers, which is encouraging. Oh, they got a bunch of repair bots, and it's getting through these shields pretty well, too. Because there's a few shields here. But, yeah, it's leaving some to be desired, though. It's still not really doing too much against this armored hull back here. Because there is quite a bit of armoring on this. Oh! Oh, it looks like we got something. Okay, so maybe it's alright. I mean, like, it's going through shields, it's going through a lot of metal. And, okay, so it is actually getting inside the ships. It is actually getting in there. That's pretty encouraging. Yeah, it's taking out these cram cannons on this ship here. Alright. Well, yeah, I think let's increase the gauge a little bit more. Not to 500, but just to about, I don't know. More testing. Maybe we'll reduce... Maybe we'll just reduce the power consumption for I guess, if we make it multi-barreled or not. Yeah, we see, because our engines are having a tough time keeping up with powering everything. We have just kind of balanced out right now with rechargers and generators for our ship. All right, more testing. Oh man. And the amount of overhead required to build some kind of rail gun is crazy. I think honestly, I feel like rail cannons or rail power is just supposed to be used at moderation, like a little pinch here and there on cannons, just to give them a little more speed and damage. I don't think it's really supposed to be like made into a rail gun, because this is like so much overhead, so much recharging. I'm going with a 4-barrel design here, but in order to use this on our aircraft carrier, we need to have so much power production. Like we need to have like 10 of these engines here. It's like so much power is required to just operate one of these guns. But all right, let's go ahead and test it out. Let's turn this 4-barrel on. It's going to require so much power. So there we go. It's charging up, and I guess I'll show you the rounds later. I went with 200 millimeter. Let's see how it does here. I mean, if it's just bouncing off, then I don't think it's really worth it. I might have to go with heat rounds or something. Yeah, it's just kind of bouncing off at this angle. That's a pretty rough angle to come in at, actually. So that just goes to prove that this is very. I mean, like all this overhead, all this power required for very little effect. Very little effect. Let's go ahead and take a look at the ammo here that I'm using. Yeah, it's firing faster now because we don't have, yeah, our power is down, so we're losing that effect. So we need more power generated, more recharge. This is the bullet that we're using. It's supposed to be 1600 and all this, 67 AP, but it's fully charged. But yeah, it's not fully charged right now. So now everything's going to be bouncing off like crazy. Yeah. So yeah, we'll have to figure out. We might align the rest of our ship with like EMP missiles to bring down shields, but it's a tough call, man. I mean, like this gun, it's a lot of overhead to make it work. And the heck with a puny pinch of moderation, we've built the biggest cannon that once it shoots is gonna blow all our engines on the ship up and just drain all our battery power. Everything we've got is put into this gun with 8-meter-long bullets or shells altogether. Our bullets 3 long, but with a cannon barrel like this, we have an inaccuracy of 0.2. So yeah, and let's take a look at this machine right here. Okay, so this is like, yeah, 32,000 damage, 78 armor pen, and yeah, 500 ammo per bullet. That's right, man. We don't mess around. Let's see if this does anything to our enemies in front of us. All right, I actually haven't tested this out yet. It's fun to shoot this together, but I think this will use up 100% of our ship's power for every shot. I don't know how fast it's gonna shoot, but all right, let's do it. Let's turn it on and watch that ship go explode into the next dimension. All right, boom. Watch it like bounced off. Oh my gosh, the shots are bouncing off. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, wow. That was so cool. That was really cool. That's like a proper railgun. Oh, it's shooting kind of fast too. It's green. It's a green bullet. Where'd it go? I guess it's reloading now. Wow, let's take a look at what it did. Oh my gosh, it went through the entire ship. Talk about overhead. All right. Is our ship still together over there? Did the engine blow up? No, it's still together, I guess. I guess it's reloading. It's gonna take like an hour to reload. Those are really big bullets. Those are like bullets the size of my house. So, but all right, we've destroyed. That was pretty cool. I'm almost considering doing something like this instead of like the little cannons. This is pretty cool. What is the reload time on this? Forever. Okay. We might do something like this. Anyway, alright, let's get to the campaign, check out what's happening there real quick. We defeated the White Flayers' home base last time. You guys said you wanted me to see go after Scarlet Dawn. Let's take a look at the enemies before we close out. And I'm sorry, no campaign right now. Let's test this gun out one last time before we close out with high explosive rounds, tons of explosive body, shaped charge head, and yes, all this stuff to make it explode on the shield. So let's do it. Let's test this guy out one last time and see, compare, you know, just railgun armor penetrating versus explosions. Let's do it. All right, boom. Are we even gonna hit the target? Yes. Oh my gosh, move the camera. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm such a happy boy. Oh my gosh. Oh, what the heck? How'd that even? All right. Okay. Let's see what's over here. I'm ready to sneeze. Okay, what happens? What happens? Everyone up in a panic around here. Oh, excuse me. Yes, I'm still sneezing a bit, but okay, so let's see what happened around here before all these repair bots fix everything. I think this thing's pretty messed up, right? 98% it's not messed up. Alright. So, I guess for ships like this, we gotta go with, like, railguns or something to just kind of take out the AI. That was pretty cool exploding, though. I really like those explosions. Even though they really didn't do anything. Yeah, all this stuff got repaired very quickly. Yeah. Everything's still pumping along here just fine. Okay. So, railguns it is, I suppose. Railguns are the future. The future of destruction.